So this is Spencer from MetalRecusants here with Mount Salem.
I'm Kyle, play guitar.
I'm Emily. I sing and play organ.
Cody, drums.
Mark, bass.
First question I have for you is, what's the significance of the name Mount Salem?
Not
There really isn't
any. Picking a band name is so hard.
Black Sabbath. So.
Yeah.
That's always great.
Easy to say.
It just fit the vibe of the music we were playing when we first started writing. So just we wanted to play something big, loud, and scary, and I guess Mount Salem kind of fits that. So that's really where it came about.
I thought it had something to do with like the Salem witch trials or something, kind of similar to that.
More just an eerie vibe than anything specific.
Okay, all right. Are there any bands in particular you look up to as musicians?
That's a tough one. I mean, growing up listening to music, all kinds of music, your taste changes throughout all the years, and as you get older, it all turns into one thing as of now, and it's really hard to narrow it down to one musician. You know, it really depends how you feel, what you listen to.
Yeah, we all listen to a really wide
real
wide variety of music. So nothing really in particular, I guess. We just.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're influenced by
Yeah,
bands like Black Sabbath and Pentagram, Trouble, and,
Yeah.
like Vitus.
But other than that, we all have similar but sometimes very different music tastes. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But from like blues and bluegrass and country and like, I mean, the music on the bus is insane. Yeah, we listen
Yeah.
to Lil Jon on the way here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Going off on that, what was it like opening for major doom metal bands like Pentagram and Trouble?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit of a
Pentagram's
pinch me
one of
moment.
our favorite bands, so to just meet those guys, and they're pretty wild guys, and just got to hang out with them and talk with them and play with them. It was really an awesome night altogether. So, and the guys in Trouble too. We're really good friends with their bass player actually, so we've met those guys a handful of times, and same deal. Just it's cool to see all those guys in their element, doing what they do best. Yeah.
It's also a really cool feeling when people go to see those bands and they've never heard of us, and like hardcore fans of those bands for years and years, and guys much older than us, kind of giving us a pat on the back feels pretty awesome. So
Nice.
good feeling.
I guess I'm assuming you spoke to them, and like, what did you guys like talk about? Like, what did they say about you?
Man, it's
I mean,
crazy.
it was more just real talk, like nothing about music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's nice to just
it's
like.
also touring and playing that stuff.
It's like the last thing sometimes you want to talk about with another touring band is
Yeah.
like music and everything, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's even cooler than talking about music, you know?
Yeah.
You just meet someone that you
Not talking
idolize
about
on a
music.
personal
They're
level.
talking about funny shit that's happened on the road or whatever, But
That's nice. All right. So how's touring been?
Touring rules. Being
Yeah.
on the road is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's so much fun. Sometimes it
It's-
sucks, but usually it sucks and it's fun at the same time.
yeah, it's cool to be able to travel with your best friends, and we've met some amazing people through playing with other bands, and it's nice to know that you can go all over the country and have friends in a bunch of places
that's the
now.
coolest part, I think, is just meeting all sorts of people in different places that it's cool to be able to call back on those people a year later or whatever, and it's just, I think that's my favorite part, is meeting new people.
You're gonna go to Europe this fall, and you'll be at Hammer of Doom. And how does that feel?
That's insane. Like,
It's awesome. A lot of those festivals we're playing on that tour is with a lot of the bands that we've played with this year, like Trouble and St. Vitus and stuff, So we're excited to play and party with those dudes and out of our MO. They've done it before, but it's going to be awesome.
yeah.
And like we said earlier, traveling is kind of a hobby to all of us, so to be able to go to Europe is kind of the next step, not even just for music, but just for us as, as people that enjoy traveling.
Yeah, it's a huge honor to being such a. I mean, we've been, working our asses off the past year and been on a few tours now, but being invited to do something like that feels like we've kind of earned it,
Is there any place you want to go in particular to play?
I want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we'd be big in Japan.
Maybe. I mean, there is like Church of Misery, and yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'd go anywhere in the world that I've never been. So, but that's definitely up there for me is Japan.
How have the relations been like with other bands that you've toured with and played with?
We've only really, one of the tours that we've been on, we've only done a few, but we toured with this band called Uzla and then Mike Scheidt from Yob, and that was really fun. It's so much fun to be out with
Yeah,
another
those guys are
band.
friends for life now
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that
They're
tour.
awesome.
Yeah.
They're great.
And being great musicians.
If you haven't heard them,
Yeah.
check them out.
Yeah, they're so
Yeah.
good.
Uzla.
I should.
Uzla.
Yeah, they're out on the road right now too, so we've been kind of like looking at their photos on Instagram and talking back and forth a little bit.
Sometime,
Yeah.
eventually.
Okay.
Once faster on the road again or whatever.
Your debut release, Endless, seems to be somewhat of a concept album. Would you say so?
Not at all.
I think people.
She's like, yeah, totally.
Well, no. Here's
Maybe
people.
lyrically, but-
Other people have said that, and I think it comes across that way because when we originally put it out, it was with 6 songs, and then when it was re-released, we added 2, and the 6 that we put on it the first time were the first 6 songs we wrote together as a
Yeah.
band. So naturally, that's I think why it sounds so cohesive and.
Yeah, we're
You know,
figuring it
like
out.
it was pretty naturally sounding.
To us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why it sounds like it could be a concept because it wasn't like we had a bunch of songs to choose from. You know, it was
We
Yeah.
didn't
just.
really have any plans either. We weren't planning to like
Yeah.
write this record and write something else. We just wrote songs and played them together.
Yeah, we thought it was
know?
sounding kind of cool, and we wanted to, record
I mean,
it.
obviously, we did out a couple songs that we never even
I mean,
played
there were
live or
probably
anything
starts
along
to
the
songs
way,
that we
but
didn't finish.
those were the 6 that we really liked. So
Yeah.
those are the ones we used.
It just seems like there's like recurring themes and like you could construct something out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think not. I think that is true, but it wasn't like a very conscious decision to write it that way. But yeah, a lot of the lyrical content deals with the same themes throughout the album. So
Yeah.
unintentional, but I
Okay.
would say yeah.
All right. And then also, what's interesting is that it's called Endless, but then the last song's called The End.
Never thought about that.
Never thought of it.
Really?
Yeah,
That was just-
that
I mean,
kinda just-
okay.
I
That's
honestly
awesome, though.
didn't think about that until we got asked in a few other interviews. Like, that's ironic, I guess.
Or the tour we did for
And
2.5 weeks that was called the Endless Tour.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
And I don't think we even necessarily put The End as the last track on that EP
Yeah,
on
we
purpose
didn't-
either.
Yeah, we
We
didn't mean
just-
to do that.
That song's just called The End. And
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, it just went
It
there.
sounded good last, I guess.
All right. How's the next album coming along, and when can we expect it?
We have
Good,
about
we've been-
half of an album
yeah.
written. We'll play a couple of those songs tonight. There's, I think, 2 songs tonight that we'll be playing off of.
3.
Well, I don't just
2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
But who knows when it'll come out.
Yeah, I
We've
mean,
been on the road and really busy, so we haven't-
I think this,
Yeah.
this winter we'll really hit it hard and try to write the rest of it and
Okay.
Yeah.
possibly get into the studio.
We've been
So.
Tons
taking
of
our
ideas,
time
yeah.
and writing. I mean, we've been pretty much writing newer songs since the album was originally released. So it'll be nice to, have some to
time,
choose from
yeah,
and some time to put it together. And now, it's going to be nice that we've grown as musicians individually and as a band. You know, I think it's going to be cool to hear that come across in the newer stuff.
Anything else you want to say? I'm out of questions.
No, I guess just thanks to everyone for the last year or so. This tour has already been the best tour we've done so far, and seems like every time we leave, it gets better and better. So I guess I hope it
coming
just
out.
keep happening. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not for you, we can't do shit.
All right. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate that.
This is Spencer from MetalRecusants with Mount Salem. Doom on.